Hello everybody and welcome back to Alita Cooks. Today I am making Cuban style ham croquettes, croqueta de jamón, estilo cubano. These are something that we had at every birthday party when I was growing up. It makes for a great appetizer and it makes for a meal as well. So here we go. We start out with about 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds of ham steak. This was a thick one. And we are going to trim off all the fat around the edges and just use the nice ham parts. Be sure you buy a nice ham steak that has less fat. So this is how I trim my edges off. And this is how you should too. That way the croquettes won't have any slimy fat in it, which I hate. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like it. It's been since a childhood thing for me. Then we are going to cut the ham in chunks and put it in the chopper and chop it finely, as you see in the video. After this, we're going to make the bechamel sauce that we are going to put the ham inside of and create the croqueta paste. We're going to chop 1 onion finely, as you see. Then we're using that 1 onion, 3/4 cups of flour, 1 cup of milk, and black pepper. Those are all the ingredients you will need. I did not use salt in this recipe because the ham itself has enough salt. I like to sift my flour whenever I'm making anything, and that goes from this recipe to pancakes. I always sift my flour so I don't have any lumps. Sift, sift, sift. Oh, I forgot to mention half a stick of butter too in the ingredients. I'll write everything down in the description, guys, don't worry. So here we go. You are going to use the lowest heat on your stove because you do not want the butter to even turn brownish. That's how low it's going to be. Making croquetas is a process. It takes a while. You have to have lots of patience. Mother always told me that. So like I said, now we melt half a stick of butter, 4 tablespoons. And we do not want it to even turn brownish or anything. We don't want to burn that butter. You're going to add the onions to the butter after it's melted. And you're never going to raise that heat. Then we're going to add the other ingredients. The flour, the milk. I used whole milk. Then some pepper. Then towards the end, I did add about 2 tablespoons of red cooking wine. I didn't have dry cooking wine, which is what the recipe calls for, but it worked just fine. It's just to give it that little flavor. Now you're going to stir constantly without stopping because we do not want this sauce to curdle or get thick the wrong way with lumps. So you are going to continue to stir constantly That is a big thing with bechamel sauce. Alrighty. As it starts to thicken, as you see in the videos, a little bit more thicker, then we're going to start adding the ham. It's getting there. And now we're almost ready to add the ham. We turn the heat off once the sauce has thickened. We add the ham mixture to it. And this is what's going to make your ham paste in order to make the croquetas. Now you're going to fold in the ham with the bechamel sauce. Fold it all in nicely until it becomes a nice paste. Incorporate all the ham and the sauce together. I'm now adding that little tiny bit of red cooking wine and keep folding in. Then you're going to find yourself with this lovely paste. This paste must now be refrigerated for at least 8 hours, or even better, overnight, and create the croquetas the next day for your party or appetizing or needs or whatever. But the more it's refrigerated, the better. I left it in for about 7 hours after I made this, and then I started creating the croquetas, which consists of eggs, breading. You take a tablespoon of the paste, put it in the breading as you saw, so it won't stick to your hands. Mold it into a bullet type shape. Dip it in the egg and back into the breading. Okay, so that step again is tablespoon of paste. Dip it in the breading just a little bit so it just won't stick to your hands as you shape it into a bullet shape. Then into the egg. And then back into the breading. I used Italian style breading. You can add some garlic powder to the breading as well. I believe I probably did, just to make it more flavorful. Shape and put it down in a plate. And I'll show you that step one more time. Like I said, I'll write everything down in the description for this recipe. Then you're going to end up with this. Then the whole purpose of doing this was to make it in the air fryer and not have it deep fried. I set the air fryer to 400 degrees for 15 minutes. I preheated for 5. They came out great, as you will see. Excellent. Some of them kind of broke open, but that's fine. That happens when you're deep frying them as well. They came out perfect. For the second batch, I kind of lowered the timing on the air fryer to just 13 minutes because the air fryer was hot already. So 13 minutes at the same 400 was just fine. And like I said, you can eat these for main meal, appetizer, finger food. I made a sandwich with Italian bread white American cheese, and ketchup. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you. See you next time.